You guys got to be really fast. I was just about to go take the wife shopping, and ding, da 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 da. Message from Robin. What does it say? Keep your head down. It was a message from Home Business. You got to check this video out. And as you know, like in Over the Hills and Far Away, Home Business commands and I obey. I'm glad you did actually tell me. At first I thought, no, I can't. I'm going to have a day off today and I'm going to go play Silent until 5. But I owe it to Home Business to check it out. And I'm glad I did. Okay, this is for all you Advance UK members over there. It's time to stop pussyfooting around now. It's obvious that Ben and Rupert are never going to make a deal. There is no way that Rupert would agree to have a sword hanging over him in the form of a college. And we've seen how the college has been infiltrated. Yeah? So it ain't going to happen. So you're going to have to choose sides. Now you've got a choice. You can go stick with the plastic patriots with their DEI beliefs, or you can join a real party that intends to take its country back. And we are going to take it back with or without you. So my advice to you Advance UK members is to ditch Advance UK and get over to the Restore Britain party now and take your place in the shield wall. Yeah. If you can't do that, bugger off to Spain. Right. Let's go watch the video, is there?
I think what you've just said is more or less my opinion. What would be very interesting is if Rupert Lowe's party, Restore, were fielding a candidate there. That would be extremely telling because Rupert appeals to the average Briton. He appeals to the average British man and woman all across the UK. Ever since he was expelled from reform by Nigel Farage, which was clearly politically orchestrated. And I don't just believe by Nigel Farage and Tice. Ever since that happened, the British people have become aware of him. And he represents the views, he represents the sentiments of the ordinary British person. And I have said this for the last year now. I believe that no one in the House of Commons has done more for Britain, has done more for the British people in the last 30 years than Rupert Lowe. He is doing a superb job. And as I said, it would be, or it would have been extremely interesting to see how a Restore candidate would perform in the by-election if one was standing there.
So, what do you think he's particularly done? What would you say is his finest hour so far, Marcus?
He has stood up for the British person. He has stood up for the British national identity. He has stood up for British heritage. He has stood up for British culture. He has said that enough is enough. This is Britain. And the Britain is being treated like dirt in his own country, in her own country, by the British ruling elite. And that is why he is so popular. He says it as it is. He's absolutely correct. All across the UK, the country no longer resembles Britain. There is nothing remotely British about vast parts of the UK, and Rupert says that. Nigel Farage hasn't said that, and therein lies a very big difference between them. It's really the official the language, traditional language of British officialdom to label someone like Rupert as quote extremist But why is he extremist? Because that means that millions upon millions of Britons are also extreme. There is nothing extreme about what Rupert is saying. What he is saying is this: in Britain, the British people come first. Each and every penny of British taxpayers' money goes to the British people. And if you are a member of an ethnic minority living in the UK, you have to accept British culture, you have to accept British history, you have to accept the British way of life. If you don't like that, that's fine, but then you have to leave the country. It's no different, Lembit, to say India or Nigeria. I would say to a foreigner who is in India or Nigeria, who is criticizing Indian or Nigerian culture and wants to see, for example, multiculturalism introduced to India or Nigeria, I would say to that person, you are utterly disrespectful and you have no place in either India or Nigeria. There's nothing extreme about that.
So let's go back a step here and recall what you mentioned there. Rupert Lowe's departure from Reform UK. Here's one of the headlines, I think. Who is, notice this, Rupert Lowe, LBC misspelling his name, R-U-P-E-T, I don't know, from Southampton chairman to restore Britain leader. Far right direction announced for former Reform MP who now wants to challenge Nigel Farage. And then it goes on. There's no way back for suspended member of Parliament, Rupert.
Okay, guys, I've got a roll. I'll get this out now. I probably won't see you now until tomorrow. Okay, HB, that was a good call. Feel free to interrupt me anytime. Thanks, guys. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. Finally, Advance UK. Wake up, smell the coffee. You've heard that gentleman speak there. You've heard Rupert Lowe speak. Rupert Lowe has worked tirelessly for the British people. Yeah. This is the man you need to lead us. This is our leader. You should join him. If not, well, so be it. See you on the next one.